Today, we're going to dive deep into the mental programming that separates financial struggle from, well, runaway success. We're going to decode the software that's literally dictating your financial destiny, your mind's wealth code.
So let's just jump right in with a question I think we've all asked ourselves at some point. You ever look around and wonder why some people just seem to attract money and opportunity like a magnet, while so many others, maybe even you, feel like you're working harder than ever but just can't get ahead?
Well, the answer might not be what you think. It's not really about luck or your job or even how hard you work. It's about your internal programming, the software that's running in your mind 24/7. And this mental code, it determines everything, whether you're stuck focusing on the past and seeing limits, or if you're future-oriented, creating this magnetic flow of success. So, what exactly is this mind's wealth code? Let's get into it. We're going to break down how this internal software actually operates, and more importantly, how it shapes the financial reality you see around you every single day. But here's the thing. Before we can even think about installing new, empowering software, we've got to understand how the old programs are holding us back. So let's take a look at how our past literally creates what experts call a distorted identity. NLP expert Ram Verma just puts it perfectly. He says our past is what's becoming our reality. Just think about that for a second. Most of us are walking around completely unaware, just living out these financial programs that were installed in our minds when we were kids by our parents, our teachers, and just the world around us. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine you're a person who can comfortably lift 30 kilograms. Now, imagine trying to lift a 1,000-kilogram weight. It's impossible, right? You wouldn't even try. Well, it's the exact same thing with your goals. If your internal self-image can't support the weight of your financial dreams, you will unconsciously find a way to sabotage yourself every single time. So the big question is, how do we change this outdated programming? Well, the tool we're exploring today is called Neuro-Linguistic Programming, or NLP. Neuro is about your brain. Linguistic is about the language you use, and programming, well, that's about how you can rewire all those old patterns. Think of it as the user manual for your brain, showing you exactly how to install new software for success. Okay, so let's get practical. Enough theory. Here are two really powerful NLP techniques you can use to start upgrading your self-worth and building that millionaire mindset, like today. First up, you need to program your brain's internal GPS. And it's simple. Write down all of your dreams. I mean, all of them, even the ones that feel totally wild and crazy. Don't judge them. This one simple act starts to silence that nagging inner critic, and it activates a part of your brain called the Reticular Activating System. Just think of it as a goal-seeking filter. Once you tell it what you want, it starts scanning your world for anything and everything that can help you get there. All right, step 2. This one's kind of fun. You get to become the director of your own mental movie. Close your eyes and visualize a scene of your success. Put some empowering music in the background. Now crank up the controls. Make the image brighter, bigger, bolder. And here's the most crucial part. You have to feel the emotional reward. Feel the pride. Your brain doesn't really know the difference between a vividly imagined event and a real one. So when you play this movie over and over, you're basically conditioning your subconscious to believe it's already happened. Now, these techniques are the engine, for sure, but you still need fuel. And that fuel is your why, that deep, unshakable motivation that's going to power you through any obstacle that comes your way. This all starts with what's known as the law of emptiness. The idea is really simple. You can't fill a cup that's already full. If you want to attract new wealth and opportunity into your life, you have to first make some space. You've got to clear out the old baggage, all the fears, the resentments, the limiting beliefs that are just taking up room in your mind. And just look at the difference here. A replaceable motivation is something like, I want more money, or I want a nice car. And those things are fine. But an unshakable motivation, that's an emotion that nothing else can replace. It's about seeing the pride in your mother's eyes, or that deep feeling of liberating your family from worry. That's the fuel that never runs out. So this is your real mission. It's to find an emotion, a feeling that is so powerful that no amount of money or any material reward could ever replace it. When you find that, you found your true why. All right, now for the final and maybe the most surprising piece of this whole puzzle. We have to talk about uncovering the secret self-sabotage that could be holding you back without you even knowing it. So I want you to ask yourself this, and please be honest. What if, deep down, you're actually afraid of succeeding?
We talk a lot about the fear of failure, but this why not, this fear of success, it's often way more powerful because it operates completely in your blind spot. This leads us to a really powerful tool called the ecology test. You have to ask yourself two brutally honest questions. First, what's the potential pain of my success? I mean, really, could it be new pressures, new responsibilities, maybe even losing old friends who can't handle your growth? And second, what's the hidden benefit of my failure? Is it the comfort of staying where you are? The fact that you don't have new responsibilities? You've got to be honest here.
Because here's the truth. If your subconscious mind is getting any kind of secret payoff from staying stuck, be it comfort, safety, even sympathy from others, then you are actively choosing the hell you know over the heaven you don't. And that right there is the absolute core of self-sabotage.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this. You will always reach the level where you internally believe you belong. If your internal thermostat is set to struggle, even if you win the lottery, your mind will find a way to get you right back down to that setting. It's why so many lottery winners end up broke. Their self-image never changed.
So, here's the final thought I want to leave you with. Your past may have written your original code, no doubt, but you are the programmer now. You're the one sitting at the keyboard. You hold all the power. So the only question left is, what will you write next?